The ghost with the most is back. This time around, he's got more tricks up his sleeve. A return form for Tim Burton and redefining old school cinema. This wacky adventure brings the most out of this ghost. For anyone that grew up watching the original Beetlejuice, it's a very fun and engaging film to experience through. It maintains everything that it's known for having, and still is just as impressive as ever, relying on beautiful practical effects and an effortless of charm from its leads. But was this worth the 30-year wait? Does it live up to its original film's expectations? And what does it bring upon its storytelling? Well, it's time to re-enter the spooky realm that is Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, and see what makes this a great watch for 2024 standards. Before we start this video, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe as well as hitting the bell icon to see more content. Thank you and enjoy. The first positive that I give to this movie is its direction from Tim Burton. He does well on making this second movie faithful to the original film's story, with it being more vibrant and better looking from above and under. The set designs also look so good, as you can see how Tim Burton helps the story move forward, having some of the main structure standing out amongst the rest. For a return to the classic story, the main actors are all here and reprise their roles beautifully. Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice still has plenty of juice left. While it's true he sounds way older than before, you get a good measure on how well he's doing at an age like this. Winona Ryder and Jenna Ortega as Lydia and Astrid Dees, respectively, have great character development as the film goes on, and Catherine O'Hara as Delia even having a better plot than before. Like its predecessor, the film also still has plenty of horror from before. It has a dark approach for the film, making it at times unpredictable on what may happen. The afterlife shows some very scary moments for the dead people and how they died in real time, although it's still really funny. And the entire film has a clever dark tone for its certain appeal, while also still being as charming as ever. The film's take on practical effects, just like the first film, will also never get old. I mean, they just add to the film's spooky vibe very well. Like the ones used for Beetlejuice himself were really funny, like in the scene with his eyes popping out, or even the scene at the end where he puffs up and explodes like a balloon. Even the additional ones used for Dolores, where she uses her life-sucking abilities to drain the souls from people, were creative. Thankfully, the humour is still great, and there are a lot of amusing moments to be seen, like Lydia and Rory talking to Beetlejuice, and the scene where Beetlejuice is stamping Jeremy's passport disguised as a Neverworld immigration employee with a bit of hope. However, he then proceeds to send him to a fiery pit with a hilarious laugh-out-loud quote. Beetlejuice himself will never not be funny, as this is a great example of Michael Keaton having fun playing the character after many years. Another welcome return form for this movie is the music score by Danny Elfman. The original theme is used again at the beginning. The songs are all enjoyable, especially considering the fact that the song Deo returns in this as well from the first. These musical notes do well on paying homage to classic music and the charm that made Beetlejuice and its musical adaptation iconic. Another great shout out for this movie is that some of the scenes featured are great, with my favourite being the entire climax scene in the wedding ceremony being both action-packed and humorous at the same time. The scenes involving Richard, Bob's entire screen time and letting his other zombie workers out of the afterlife into the real world, and a funny little segment that shows Charles being devoured by a shark, getting sent to the afterlife without his upper half. Lastly, the entire film offers some great nostalgia for those that grew up watching the original Beetlejuice. It brings iconic characters back, it uses great elements that pay homage to old school horror movies, and it has familiar segments that its audience will recognize. It's like they took the original film and remastered it into 2024 cinema. I have two negatives that hold this movie back. The first one being that it often feels too similar to the first movie, like the opening sequence with its said original theme, Beetlejuice and Lydia almost getting married again, Lydia and Astrid getting chased by a sandworm, and even the climax where Dolores and Rory gets devoured by the sandworm, just like with Beetlejuice in the original film's climax. And my second negative I have with this movie is that the plot does seem all over the place at times. It focuses on a lot of story arcs for the characters, which makes it hard at times to focus on the main story. It's constantly shifting back and forward with multiple characters involved. They should have slowed this issue down, and then this movie probably would have flown so much better. Overall, my final opinion on Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, it's got almost everything that a long-awaited sequel should have. It revives the series well and delivers more of everyone's favourite ghostly poltergeist. Even though the first was special because it defined horror at its peak, this movie still does a lot more than being just a nostalgia-bait trip for all ages. For a time and release date like this, it's a great treat should you be watching it during Halloween. It also shows that there's still plenty of life left for this series if it wants to continue forward with a third movie. I look forward to seeing what they decide to do in the future. But until then, these movies are great for anyone wanting to seek a spooky adventure that will definitely deliver the laughs and a good time. What is your opinion on Beetlejuice Beetlejuice? Did you feel nostalgic watching it? What is your favourite horror movie? And what direction would you go if a third sequel gets announced? Let me know in the comment section below, and also don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you are new, and hit that bell icon to see more content on my channel. Thanks for watching. The juice is still loose in Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. with Tim Burton still offering a stylish direction full of gags, surprises, and a few special moments. This is a welcome comeback for Michael Keaton's ghostly poltergeist.